believe this is, without question, the Tea Party downgrade. This is the Tea Party downgrade because a minority of people in the House of Representatives countered even the will of many Republicans in the United States Senate, who were prepared to do a bigger deal.
Joining us now is Florida Republican Congressman and member of the Tea Party caucus, Colonel Allen West. Colonel, thanks for joining us. So what's your react to those comments by Kerry and also Axelrod calling it the Tea Party downgrade?
Well, good morning, Steve and Eric, and I find those comments to be absolutely the most insidious thing that I've ever heard. I think that what you continue to see from the left is looking for someone to blame. It's very simple. When we go back to 2007, when the Democrats took over the House and the Senate, the debt at that time was $8.6 trillion. Now today we see the debt at $14.5 trillion. Right. They have to look at themselves and they have to understand that they are the ones that are totally to blame. It has nothing to do with increasing revenues by tax hikes. It has everything to do with cutting and spending. And I think one of the most important things that we need to be doing right now is we need to get back up to Washington, D.C. and deal with this situation and look for those deeper cuts. I think that when you can go back to cut, cap, and balance, which was something that the American people supported by 66 to 70%, that's a great start. We can increase some of the immediate near-term savings. We can look at some of those duplicative programs that the GAO report sent out earlier this year, about $200 to $300 billion, and we can start righting this ship right now.
Sure. The problem is, and this is what the Tea Party has brought to the forefront of our consciousness, Congressman, is we got too much debt. It's a math problem. Bring it down, we'll eventually wind up with our AAA again, perhaps, down the road a piece. But let me ask you about this. It sounds like Tim Geithner has given us some good news, despite the calls from people like Jim DeMint, the senator from South Carolina, who says Geithner's got to go, given what's happened. Mr. Geithner says he's sticking around through the election. Your reaction?
Well, I think having had Timothy Geithner sit before us and testify in the Small Business Committee, and I had an opportunity to query him, when you open that refrigerator door, the lights don't come on. So I really think that he move on.
What does that
mean?
What does that mean
the
light doesn't go on?
I don't think that Timothy Geithner really has a handle on the fiscal situation here in the United States of America. And I will tell you, when I listen to your S&P guest, it is about restoring confidence. It is about having the right type of economic and fiscal policies, taxation policies, and regulatory policies that can turn things around. Just this last month, the Obama administration created over 600 new regulations that will cost businesses and corporations $10 billion to contend with. That's not how you heal this economy.
No. All right, Colonel, we only have a couple of seconds. Very quickly, would you be willing to come back to D.C. and really tackle this thing and maybe make some headway on getting our credit rating back up?
Well, I'm more than willing to do that. You know, one of the things in being a soldier, you don't lay down your weapons when you're in the middle of a firefight. And this is a big firefight, and we should be at what we call DEFCON 1.
All right,
so we need to be back in Washington, D.C.
Thank you, Colonel.
All right.